I'm speaking to you from the cabinet room of 10 Downing Street. This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final notice, stating that unless we hear from them by 11 o'clock that they were preparing at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war will exist between us. I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that, consequently, this country is at war with Germany.
The Second World War saw a change in how war was fought, with the use of more planes and U-boats than ever before.
This meant the Allies needed to provide a different approach to battling its enemy. One way they chose to do this was through intercepting German communications and breaking the code.
This would allow them to be one step ahead of the Germans, both in attack and defence. The government had been given a German Enigma machine by the Polish soldiers, and this was the key to cracking the code.
The British Army were able to intercept these communications, but were unable to decode them because they needed to know the code settings used in the Enigma machine. What they needed was a way to find out the setting of the Enigma machine for each individual day, so they could decode the messages.
So they decided to open up a centre for code breaking, and this was sited at Bletchley Park.
They searched for code breakers from all walks of life, including chess champions, maths teachers, and industries such as the post office.
Some were chosen by putting an incredibly hard crossword in the newspaper.
If they could complete it in time, they had the skills needed to break the German Enigma code.
There were over 10,000 people involved in breaking the codes during the war, all playing a very important part in the fight for victory.
There's a few very special ones whose legacy remains.
Gordon Welchman, who developed traffic analysis to speed up the process.
Tommy Flowers,
A post office engineer who built the Colossus machine.
Joan Clark,
The only female member of Hut 8. She was an expert at cryptanalysis and breaking code by hand.
And Alan Turing. Alan Turing was the master mathematician, and he worked on the quickest way to find the code setting for the Enigma each day. He also developed the bomb computer, earning him the title the father of computing.
German soldiers using the same words each day, like weather and Heil Hitler, would help them break the code.
The Allies were losing the war in the Atlantic as the Germans bombed the ships carrying urgent supplies.
In 1942, the Germans upped their security, and the new Lorenz code was even harder to crack.
They changed the Enigma machine and added more cogs to make it harder to crack. This was the task for the Bletchley Code Breakers. Working with other members on his team, including Gordon Welchman, they developed the first machine used to decode these messages, the bomb. Using the bomb, they were able to speed up the task of decoding messages and start to stop the Germans advancing. They can now do the work in hours, which would have taken days.
There were over 200 operational bomb computers working 24/7 to break the code.
Throughout the war, the team at Bletchley Park developed further computers to break the code quicker and quicker.
By the end of the war, it was these machines that were handling the hard work at Bletchley Park and giving the Allies the upper hand.
It said that the work of Bletchley Park shortened the war by 2 years.
Obviously, that the war would have already been lost without the work at Bletchley, though their efforts were directly responsible for the Allies' victory.
We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills, we shall never surrender. Before the work of Alan Turing and his friends, the word computer only meant a person doing sums and tasks, not a machine.
After the war, because of the Official Secret Act, nobody could talk about what they had done, and also nobody could get the thanks they deserved.
Alan Turing is still in the news today as we talk about artificial intelligence. It's the Turing test that is used to test if a computer will ever become truly intelligent and think independently. The work of the people of Bletchley Park, both in the war and after the war, meant that we have much of the technology we now enjoy today. Thank you, Bletchley Park!